My legs were weak, bloated, and exhausted just a week ago. It felt like I was dragging 2 stones as I made my way from the armchair to the kitchen. It was painful to sleep, and at the end of the day, I felt like my knees had aged with each step. However, my legs feel quite different now. No, I didn't visit the doctor, I didn't start taking any new medications, and I didn't receive any odd medical care. Applying oil was the only action I took. That's it. A forgotten oil in a pantry or drawer that you most likely already have at home, and everything started to alter in just 7 days. Life is more than just keeping up appearances at the age of 60. It's about being able to move painlessly and without worrying about tripping or falling. It's about getting back that sense of lightness we believed was gone, about regaining our self-assurance when walking alone. I'll explain exactly what oil it is, how to use it properly, what changes to anticipate, and why it works so well in this video. I'll also reveal 3 more natural combos that can assist you even more if you read through to the end. Because taking care of our legs is essential, not optional. And it can make all the difference if you do it organically, with love and regularity. There won't be a miracle formula. I present you with something more potent. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Additionally, remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health Tips' top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. A straightforward routine that can change the way you interact with your body. A quick daily routine that will help you reestablish your connection with yourself and feel better. Tell me now, where are you watching from and what is your age? I'm forward to read your responses in the comments section, because we work together to create this area. Additionally, every experience and tale adds up. Are you prepared to learn about the oil that may revitalize your legs? Let's begin. Our legs start talking to us after we turn 60. They occasionally do so while experiencing cramps in the middle of the night. At other times, we feel heavy, like we're dragging sandbags on our ankles, and that feeling lingers throughout the day. At other times, they just stop reacting in the same way. We can no longer travel great distances without stopping, or climb stairs with ease. However, why does this occur? There isn't just one answer. They gradually leave their impression for a number of reasons. We begin with circulation. Our blood arteries become less elastic as we age. Blood flows more slowly as a result, particularly in the direction of the extremities, such as the legs. This results in tissues not receiving enough oxygen and nutrients, which causes weakness, tingling, and exhaustion. Fluid retention, which is fairly prevalent, is added to this. Our bodies are no longer as effective at getting rid of extra water. Because of this, the calves feel constricted, the ankles swell, and at the end of the day, even the shoes may seem tighter than normal. In addition to being painful, swelling impairs mobility and heightens fatigue. Then there is the loss of muscle. We start to lose muscle mass without noticing it beyond a certain age, especially if we don't exercise frequently. Previously, hardness turns into flaccidity. What used to be strong becomes weak. Additionally, maintaining balance, getting out of a chair, and walking for longer than a few minutes become twice as difficult when leg muscles are weak. Cellular aging must also be discussed. Every one of our cells has a limit, and when that limit is reached, they begin to function more slowly, regenerate less efficiently, and become more prone to inflammation. Our legs' tissues are also impacted, since they become less able to heal after effort. Now, picture this. Mary is 73. Although she has always been active, she has been noticing that her legs are not as strong as they once were. She finds it difficult to stand for extended periods of time. Sometimes they swell without any apparent cause. Additionally, she frequently gets cramps in the middle of the night, which forces her to get up and move around the house. Before she found a cure so easy that she initially doubted it could work, she applied a natural oil to her legs and gave them a light massage before bed. She had tried creams, massages, and even vitamins, but nothing seemed to completely alleviate her. She could do it herself, from the comfort of her own home, and it was inexpensive and free of side effects. A week later, the cramps subsided. For the first time in months, she slept through the night without experiencing any pain, and her legs, though still exhausted on some days, started to feel lighter. There is no miracle here. It's a combination of science and tradition, because sometimes the best remedies involve a daily routine that helps us reestablish a connection with our body rather than a pill. It's time to reveal the oil we've been discussing, the one that will make your legs feel firmer, lighter, and more uniquely yours in a matter of days. It's known as rosemary oil. It really is that easy. In addition to adding flavor to stews, rosemary, a herb that many of us keep in our kitchens or gardens, has long been used as one of the most popular natural medicines for promoting circulation, relieving muscle soreness, and naturally stimulating the body. Its leaves and petals are distilled to produce this oil. The end product is a liquid with a strong, piercing scent that is both fresh and woodsy. A fragrance that arouses the senses and, when applied, leaves the skin feeling instantly chilly before gradually warming up. This isn't simply folklore, though. Rosemary oil has long been used medicinally in ancient Greek, Roman, and Arab cultures. For instance, it was common practice in the Mediterranean region to apply rosemary oil to the legs following a strenuous day of walking or farm labor. Farmers and shepherds were aware that this practice avoided pain, edema, and cramping, in addition to relieving muscle tension. And what the general public already suspected has now been verified by science. According to research from institutions in Europe, rosemary oil improves blood flow in the extremities by stimulating peripheral circulation. For elderly people with chilly, swelling, or tired legs, this is crucial. It also contains natural antioxidants and anti-inflammatory substances like rosmarinic acid, which ease muscle tension and reduce inflammation. In a different study that was published in a journal of natural therapies, researchers found that giving older persons a little massage twice a day for a week while using rosemary oil greatly decreased their levels of muscle discomfort and increased their mobility. There's more. It has an emotional as well as bodily impact. A region of the brain linked to energy and mental clarity is activated by the scent of rosemary. When they needed to focus, pupils in ancient Greece frequently wore rosemary sprigs in their hair. Now, picture this. You have a long day and return home. You pull out a tiny vial of oil of rosemary. You give it a little shake, hold a few droplets in your palms, and start massaging your legs. Slowly but firmly, work your way up from the ankles to the calves. The room fills with the aroma. Your skin begins to warm and the weariness begins to fade. It's a private moment for you. Applying oil is only one aspect of it. Another is re-establishing contact with your own body. The best aspect is that this oil is non-invasive, has no major adverse effects, and you can take it as frequently as you wish. To make it milder, some people combine it with a small amount of olive or almond oil. Others make good use of it. It only takes a few drops. I'll outline the optimum times of day to apply the oil, as well as how to do it step by step in the next part, so you can reap all of its benefits. But first, tell me, how long has it been since you took the time to give your legs some tender care? It's time for the most crucial part, how to utilize the oil properly, now that you understand what it is and why it works. For there is more to it than simply letting a few droplets fall and hoping for miracles. The ritual of care, the everyday time you spend connecting with yourself and allowing yourself to be calmly and lovingly tended to, is what is really powerful. Let's proceed gradually. First, get ready. Immediately following a shower is the ideal time to apply the oil. Your pores are open and your muscles are a little more relaxed due to the water's warmth when your skin is clean. Make sure your skin is clean and dry before beginning if you can't do it after taking a bath. To ensure the oil is not cold, hold the bottle in your hands for a few seconds, or position it close to a source of mild warmth, such as a warm towel. It feels better to the touch and penetrates the skin more readily at a moderate temperature. It's time to apply. Fill the palm of your hand with 5 or 6 drops. Using the heat from your hands, gently rub them together to warm the oil. Start with circular upward motions at the ankles. Just apply strong but comfortable pressure. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure. Pass the gastrocnemius muscles and proceed slowly up the calf until you reach the rear of the knee. Then repeat the movement toward the shin on the front of the leg. It's always important to massage toward the heart and upward. This promotes blood flow and lessens fluid retention. Spend a little more time at the thigh once you get there. Tension in that area is frequently higher than we realize. With every pass, use long, enveloping strokes as though you intended to cradle your leg. Breathe deeply while doing it slowly. The treatment also includes your breath. It could take 5 to 7 minutes for one leg. There's no hurry. Think of it as a kind of movement meditation. How frequently ought one to do it? It's best to use it twice daily for at least 7 days in a row if you want to see noticeable benefits quickly. You should do it once in the morning to give your legs a boost of energy and once at night, right before bed, to relieve the weight that is built throughout the day. Depending on what your body requires, you can continue to apply it once daily after the first week. Like brushing their teeth or washing their face, some people include it into their daily regimen. Do you want to increase its impact even further? Here are some more pointers. After the massage, raise your legs first. Simply place a couple of pillows beneath your feet so they are above your heart level and lie down on your couch or bed. This enhances the sensation of lightness and aids in venous return. Second, after using the oil, you can place a warm cloth on your legs if they are extremely fatigued. Combining rosemary with moist heat increases muscular relaxation and facilitates deeper absorption of the beneficial components. Third, breathe deeply while receiving the massage. Take a steady, deep breath through your nose, count to 4, and then softly release the breath through your mouth. As you massage, do this. You'll realize that your mind is relaxing along with your legs. One final piece of advice: do it without interruptions. No background noise, no phone, no television. Only you, your body, your breath, and your hands. Allow that moment to serve as a brief haven of peace during the day. Now that you understand the proper way to apply this oil, I want to explain what will happen if you use it for 7 days in a row. Indeed, a week can make a big difference, particularly if you've been experiencing stiffness, weight, or a general sense of disconnection from your body. Let's take a look at what many people go through on a daily basis when they allow themselves to care about something so basic, yet so potent. Day 1. A discovery is the initial application. The scent of fresh herbs catches your attention, your hand's warmth, the interaction with oneself. You get emotional relief even if you might not see a physical change right away. You're purposefully taking care of yourself. That's worth a lot on its own. On the second day, the legs begin to react. Because your legs feel more relaxed, you might sleep better or notice a slight decrease in swelling at the end of the day. Your body starts to believe that you're paying attention on this day. Day 3. The surprise starts. You notice that you're not dragging your feet as much as you used to while you're walking about the house. You walk with more ease. If you had cramps at night, they can start to fade, possibly go away. It's there, but it's subtle. Day 4. Your skin changes. It now has more suppleness and a natural radiance when before it felt rough or dry. Due to the oil's deep hydration and improved microcirculation, some users even report a minor decrease in cellulite or spots. On the 5th day, something unexpected happens. Self-assurance. Walking makes you feel safer. Perhaps you don't hesitate to climb stairs. Your legs no longer feel like a hindrance, but rather like a robust, live component of your body. Day 6. You start moving more. Your body is requesting it, not because you were taught to. If you don't want to sit, you might stand a little while longer, walk to the corner, or perform an additional round of mild exercises. Yes, the oil acts, but so does your attitude. Day 7. You see the change when you look at your legs, not only in appearance, but also in emotion. They are less bloated and lighter. It's a genuine transformation, but it's not a miracle. Most importantly, you now know that you can continue to get better. This wasn't considered a luxury. It was essential. Each body is different, of course. The procedure might go a little more slowly if you have serious circulatory, lymphatic, or movement problems. However, that does not imply that it will fail. It indicates that your body requires more patience and time to react. While some people see changes right away, others take longer. Consistency and, most importantly, paying attention to what your body is telling you are crucial. And stop and consider if you ever feel like this isn't working. You're ending years of passivity, negligence, and alienation. Your legs are gaining vitality that is worthy of time and respect. I would want to tell you about Teresa, a 78-year-old woman who recently wrote to us. She claimed that her fear of falling had caused her to quit taking walks. Her legs ached. She thought they didn't answer. Her granddaughter handed her a small bottle of rosemary oil one day and demonstrated how to use it. Teresa was initially dubious. "This is absurd," she declared. However, she became aware of something on the 3rd day. The weight didn't force her to sit down again once she got out of bed. On the 6th day, she walked into the garden and pruned her plants for over 20 minutes. She joyfully called her daughter on the 6th day. "I walked fearlessly today." Teresa claimed it wasn't only the oil, it was about reclaiming that small amount of control and the joy of moving my legs without considering pain, about feeling alive in my body once more. And you may regain that power just like she did. I'll explain how to further improve the oil's effects in the following section using a few easy, safe, and efficient routines. Because changes not only appear, but also persist when the exterior and internal are combined. I want to discuss something deeper with you now that you are aware of how to use the oil, how it affects your body, and what to anticipate in the initial days. Something that is typically left out of discussions regarding physical care. Because these massages, this oil, and these climactic minutes are more than simply a leg cure. They are an act of presence, a means of finding oneself again. I have a really basic question for you. When was the last time you gave your legs a loving touch that was free of hurry, guilt, or condemnation? Avoid applying a cream hastily or irregularly. I mean, like stroking something you cherish, touching them as you take care of your face. It's interesting how we gradually cease touching daily use bodily parts. Even though we walk, lean, and bear the weight of life, our legs may appear forgotten and unseen. We don't pause to feel our weary legs. Instead, we check the mirror for wrinkles. We are more concerned with the skin on our hands or neck than with the strain that builds up in our knees or thighs. Here's something significant that not many people mention. You can change how you feel about yourself just by touching, stroking, and paying attention to yourself. Applying the oil does more than only increase circulation or reduce pain. It also activates your nervous system in a unique way. Your brain receives a direct message from conscious touch. I'm living, I'm taking care of myself, and I'm here. That makes all the difference. According to studies, physical contact, even self-contact, can boost self-esteem, lower blood pressure, and lessen stress. What makes a reassuring hug feel so pleasant in your opinion? Because the body needs to feel held, and you can do it for yourself when no one else is available. The claim that a daily massage can improve your mental health just as much as your physical state is not hyperbole. Because you're expressing self-love, acceptance, and respect for your body as it is right now with each stroke, light pressure, and circular motion with the oil. There is no upper age limit for this. Aesthetics is not the point. Connection is key. I never believed my legs still warranted attention until I received a letter from an 83-year-old woman. I felt embarrassed to gaze at them. However, I feel different now that I've started massaging them every night with this oil. My perception of my legs has altered, not the fact that they have changed all that much. Because many older persons, particularly women, believe their bodies no longer deserve to be touched, cared for, or appreciated. That testimony really resonated with me. Furthermore, that is untrue. Even when it most needs it, your body deserves to be loved every single day of your life. Despite its seeming simplicity, this modest habit is really an act of dignity and disobedience. Age is evident. I refuse to allow you to separate me from myself. I will continue to care about what keeps me going. I have come this far because of these legs, and as long as I respect them, they will carry me further. In the following section, I'll demonstrate how you can enhance the oil's effects using natural techniques, such as mild exercises, infusions, and easy postures that promote circulation. But before we go any farther, pause and examine your legs. Take a close look, express gratitude, and remind yourself that they are worthy of more than just weariness. They are deserving of respect, love, and care. I've already told you about one key oil that can change your legs in as little as 7 days. It's not the only one though. We have multiple options from nature to help us relax, strengthen, and re-energize our legs. I want to present to you today 3 strong substitutes, each with special qualities. You might like one of them even more. The nicest aspect is that everything is natural, approachable, and simple to use. Let's find them. Arnica oil is the first choice. The yellow-flowered herb known as arnica has been used for millennia in natural medicine, particularly in Latin America and Europe. For those who experience muscle aches, frequent bruises, or inflammation, this oil is perfect. At the end of the day, do your legs feel swollen? Do you think you get bruises from every bump? Or do you just experience muscle soreness after standing or walking for extended periods of time? Your greatest ally might be arnica. Arnica oil has a natural analgesic action, promotes local circulation, and aids in inflammation reduction. However, it needs to be used carefully. Because it can trigger reactions, it is important to avoid applying it to exposed wounds or irritated skin. To ensure that it won't cause itching or redness, it's advised to perform a small patch test on your arm first if you have really sensitive skin. It can be used on its own or to lessen its impact, combined with a small amount of sweet almond or olive oil. Lavender essential oil is the second choice. Lavender is likely familiar to you due to its calming scent. However, you might be surprised to learn that this oil also helps with circulation, leg pain-related sleeplessness, and cramping at night. If you require some emotional as well as bodily relief, this oil is ideal. Do you have trouble falling asleep due to leg pain? At the end of the day, do you experience any tension or anxiety? Lavender is for you then. It calms the body as well as the mind. Additionally, it relaxes muscles, eases tension, and enhances sleep when applied with a light massage to the legs. Take precautions. Despite being one of the safest essential oils, it's advisable to dilute it with a carrier oil like almond, coconut, or jojoba. It only takes a few drops to start working. Horse chestnut oil is the third choice. People with varicose veins, poor circulation, or the feeling of having heavy legs all day love this. A common medicinal plant in Europe, particularly in Germany, horse chestnut is used to treat chronic venous insufficiency, or the inability of veins to pump blood effectively. This oil promotes better circulation, lessens edema, and strengthens vein walls. If your ankles swell quickly, you have noticeable varicose veins, or you feel like your legs aren't responding at the end of the day, this is the best option. Take precautions. It is not advised for use by anyone using anticoagulants, those with coagulation abnormalities, or pregnant women. If you're unsure, always ask your doctor. Can I mix them up? You can, but do it carefully. For instance, 2 tablespoons of almond oil as a foundation, 5 drops of arnica oil, 3 drops of lavender oil, and 2 drops of horse chestnut oil would make a wonderful DIY blend. Give it a good shake, warm it up a little between your palms, and then massage it using the previously taught technique. The anti-inflammatory properties of arnica, the calming effects of lavender, and the circulatory benefits of horse chestnut are all combined in one mix. It's similar to giving your legs a full treatment, but keep in mind that little is more. The oils don't have to be used every day. You can switch them up based on your needs. Are your muscles hurting? Apply arnica. Can't you sleep because you're stressed? Lavender. Are your veins more noticeable? Chestnut horse. Pay attention to your body. It will inform you which oil is best for you right now. Additionally, if you choose to mix them, proceed with caution, paying attention to how your skin responds at all times. Thus far, we have discussed the power of touch, oil, massage, and how some plants can help your legs regain their strength and vitality. However, there is something equally significant that is rarely discussed. Oil doesn't work wonders on its own. Movement, a healthy diet, and rest are also necessary for leg care, leg strengthening, and leg relief. Today we will discuss ways to maintain healthy, strong, and active legs outside of massage. The best part is that you don't require costly supplements, specialized equipment, or a gym. Just a little self-control, perseverance, and physical strength. Walk first, but take a careful stroll. One of the finest strategies to improve circulation in the legs is to take gentle walks. You don't have to run or travel great distances. Sometimes a daily walk of 15 to 20 minutes is sufficient. However, your gait is crucial. Wear comfortable shoes, keep your back straight, take deep breaths, and swing your arms softly. It's not a race. You give your body this as a gift. Walking lowers the risk of edema, engages muscles, and circulates blood to the heart. You can still move around your house and the corridors, even if your mobility is restricted. Staying active during the day is crucial. Second, mild exercises for strengthening. Did you know that a lack of muscle strength is a common cause of leg issues in addition to aging? Joints suffer more, and circulation slows down when muscles are weak. These 3 exercises can be performed standing or sitting at home. Heel lifts. Standing. Grab a chair and stand up on your toes. Reduce gradually. Repeat 10 times. This is important for venous return since it strengthens your calves. Extensions of the legs. Lean one leg forward while seated in a chair. Keep it there for a few seconds and then bring it down. Change legs. This makes knees and thighs stronger. Circles on the ankles. Raise one leg while sitting or lying down, then move the ankle in circles. reduces stiffness, and promotes movement. These exercises can be completed in 5 to 10 minutes each day. Doing it daily is more important than doing a lot. Third, give your legs a stretch. Stretching muscles gently when you wake up or before bed helps ease tension, increase suppleness, and lessen cramping at night. Simply sitting on the bed, extending one leg, and attempting to touch your foot with your hand is a fantastic way to stretch. Whether you make it or not is irrelevant. The breathing, the connection with your body, and the light effort are what count. Let's now discuss your diet. Additionally, circulation feeds itself. Some foods contain qualities that promote vein health, lower inflammation, and prevent fluid retention. Garlic is one of them. It cleans arteries and increases circulation. Ginger is an excellent circulatory aid and a natural anti-inflammatory. Turmeric aids in the fight against persistent inflammation. Red fruits high in antioxidants that shield blood arteries include blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Water is necessary. Your legs swell more readily, and your blood thickens if you don't drink enough water. Reducing salt is also crucial since it encourages fluid retention, particularly in the ankles. And lastly, take a nap. Getting enough sleep benefits more than just the brain. Your body heals wounds, starts internal purification, and lowers inflammation while you're sleeping. The feelings of fatigued legs can worsen if you get little or no sleep. If at all possible, place a pillow beneath your ankles during bed to raise your legs a little. This keeps fluid from accumulating in the lower legs and aids in venous return. Throughout the day, you can also take brief pauses to raise your legs and briefly close your eyes. It's self-care, not laziness. In conclusion, oil can be used as a tool to ease discomfort and reestablish a connection with your body. However, you must move, breathe, eat healthily, and rest if you want a truly long-lasting effect. It's not about being flawless at everything. It's about giving your legs the same time, care, and attention that you give to the things you cherish. We have nearly finished the journey. We discussed how our legs change as we age, a potent oil that can help, how to use it, and how to use it in conjunction with healthy practices. But there will inevitably be questions, just like with everything that really works. Since I began discussing this subject, I've been asked a lot of questions, which I want to address in this area. First off, if I have varicose veins, can I still use this oil? Yes, you can utilize it, is the quick answer. It depends on how you use it, is the long answer. Dilated veins that have trouble pumping blood back to the heart are known as varicose veins. Because of their sensitivity, they shouldn't receive strong massages. Steer clear of direct pressure or harsh massages if you have varicose veins. Instead, use careful upward motions to apply the oil. Enhancing circulation without putting undue strain on the veins is the aim. In this situation, it is strongly advised to use oil and elevate your legs for a few minutes every day. You should also wear loose clothing and avoid crossing your legs when sitting. Second, is it still effective if I'm older than 80? Naturally, being 60, 70, 80, or older is irrelevant. The most important things are to be consistent, respect your boundaries, and pay attention to how your body reacts. Age doesn't stop the body from responding, but it does require more patience and time. When you use the oil consistently and carefully, you should expect noticeable improvements rather than instantaneous miracles. Indeed, after a few days, a lot of persons over 80 have informed me they experience a kind of waking. Less cramping, less weight, and a greater willingness to walk. Third, is this appropriate for guys as well? Definitely. Gender is irrelevant when it comes to body care. We all have skin, muscles, and circulatory systems that are affected by the oil. I've known men who had never massaged their legs, either out of habit or pride. However, they were astounded after giving it a try. The sensation of reconnecting with a body they had stopped listening to was just as powerful as the physical impact. I say it bluntly if you're a man reading this. Indeed, this is also for you. Fourth, for what length of time can I use the oil consistently? There isn't a set rule, but like we said, if you want to see the initial changes, you should utilize it for at least 7 days in a row. Depending on your needs, you can then keep using it frequently, either once a day or every other day. Some individuals make it a regular practice before bed or after taking a bath. Stop using the product and see an expert if you experience any unexpected discomfort, redness, or irritation. Keep in mind that each person's skin is unique, even if the oil is natural. Fifth, what happens if I don't get any results? I want to be completely honest in my response to this crucial question. Everybody reacts differently. It doesn't necessarily imply it isn't working if, after 7 days, you don't see any change. Other factors can be at play, or your body might require more time. Drug side effects, fluid retention, poor circulation, and limited mobility. If you don't see results right away, try these recommendations. Examine your nutrition. Do you consume too many foods high in salt? Do you drink enough water? Take note of how much time you spend sitting or bending over. That impedes outcomes as well. To improve the impact, try applying the oil after taking a hot bath or taking a quick stroll. Have patience. Sometimes it takes the body a few more days to change. Above all, continue to listen to yourself. This is not a cure-all. It's an act of self-care. It also takes time, focus, and a healthy amount of faith, just like anything else that is worth doing. Keep in mind that leg care is more than merely easing pain. It's taking back your independence, your vitality, and your will to navigate the world. After using the oil every night for a week, you know what I found out? That the change wasn't only due to the oil. It was the act, the custom, the moment I at last set aside for myself. For the first time in a long time, I was gazing at my legs, which have supported me for decades, with thankfulness rather than dissatisfaction. Yes, it can appear to be a little matter. Before going to bed, give yourself a little massage with some oil. However, those small actions performed with attention result in actual changes, just like many other things in life. Something changes on the inside when you're consistent, deliberate, and give yourself that space. And I don't only mean that you walk with less pain or that your legs seem lighter. You regain what we frequently think is gone, with age, I mean. Relationship with our own bodies. I want to share something with you that maybe no one has mentioned recently if you're still here and listening through to the finish. You should take good care of your legs. You are worthy of being taken care of. Because every aspect of you has supported you through every step, every setback, and every victory. Not merely for aesthetic reasons or to avoid suffering. And now more than ever, you deserve to be treated with the same regard, affection, and care that you frequently show to other people. Go back to the natural, to what your grandmother used, to what knowledgeable people already knew, to what your skin naturally recognizes before chasing costly fixes or giving up. A little warmth, your own hands, oil, and some alone time. That can mark the start of a new chapter. Tell me, will you give it a try? Have you ever taken care of your body or legs with natural oils? Is there a secret in your family? Did you find a recipe that worked? Post it in the comments section. I'll like reading you. Please let me know where you're coming from today before we begin. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have and leave a comment below. Additionally, remember to click the subscribe button and enable notifications so you don't miss any of Senior Health Tips' top health advice. And I want to know whether you're with me if you're now watching. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. Above all, I would love to hear if someone chose to touch their legs with respect and loving once more after watching this movie. I appreciate you being here with me, listening, feeling, and being. Additionally, keep in mind that it's never too late to start walking more gently, regardless of your